Welcome back to ManaTutor MTG Draft, and today we've got sort of a special live episode. Once again, Jeremy and I are in the same place here, and we're gonna try and do a couple of drafts live, where first time around, I will draft, kind of saying here's why I'm thinking what I'm thinking. Jeremy will probably often step in to correct me, let me know maybe his thoughts on it, and then we'll kind of draft it, maybe play a few matches, and then we'll reverse roles with Jeremy in the driver's seat, and I will kind of advise him as to my best ability, and he'll probably tell me I'm wrong again, and still continue to pick the cards. So, but we're gonna hopefully do a couple of these live. Be a good experience, for those of you who are out there just kind of learning the ropes or want to see some live drafts. And if you like this content, if this is the kind of content you guys like, let us know down in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe to see when our next video goes live. And with that, we can maybe get to a draft. All right, so here we are, pack one, pick one with a terrible rare in Fall of Care Andros. We've got Claim the Precious, obviously good in the very good in the commons. Not too impressed with the uncommons here. Smite the Deathless, also very good in the commons. I'm leaning towards one of these two. Going with bread, right? I'm leaning towards either Smite the Deathless or Claim the Precious. Probably Claim the Precious because it's a better removal spell. What do you think?
Agreed.
Yeah. Not much else in this pack.
Yeah, my third would be maybe Elrond, but that's
Yeah.
really it. I mean, Oliphant is a call out,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, I think we'll just go with the Claim the Precious here. See what we get next. Last March of the Ents, also a terrible rare. Uncommon was taken. One of the uncommons was taken from this pack, so not a lot of information here. But we have another Claim the Precious, and that may well be the pick. Torment of Golem, also a good pick, and I like it. But I'm not gonna say no to really early removal. What do you think?
completely agree. Yep, nothing wrong with starting a draft with two Claim the Preciouses. I mean, from here, like, it'll... This is not common for me to do in most formats, but it's going to be really hard to pull me off black after the second Claim the Precious. Let's put it that way. So
Sure.
we are definitely not set there, but I'm hard leaning at this point.
Yeah, I would also hard be leaning. I'll hope this wheels. I do find that these wheel sometimes.
Yep.
So
they're underrated by the majority.
But I would also be happy taking a Berserker here on the wheel or something like that, or maybe if I figured out my second color, things like Westfold Rider are fine if I go black, red, white. So we'll go with the second Claim the Precious. Third pick here, rare was taken. One of the uncommons was taken, so we're left with a Grey Havens and a Legolas. Not too impressed with either, especially after two Claim the Precious. Snarling Warg, perhaps. I'm not opposed to Improvised Club, though, but given that we already have two Claim the Precious, I'm not sure I want to move into a second color yet. So I'm thinking probably Snarling Warg, but...
So I have a slightly different idea here, although you also covered it. I would go with Improvised Club, and I would second probably Great Hall, but that one's between that and Snarling Warg for me. I do think Improvised Club is enough better of a card over Snarling Warg, and like Black Red is really good with Improvised Club, so
yeah,
I would do that.
That's a good point. Yeah, I mean I'll go with your recommendation on this one because I was kind of leaning towards it as a possibility here. All right, well now we've got Lash of the Balrog, again great removal. Rare and uncommon was taken, and one of the red common seems to be gone from this, so that suggests at least somebody is going red. But Meneldor's pretty good. I like Meneldor. At the very least, he's a 3/3 flying vigilance for 4, basically. But I'm not sure I'd want to pass up Lash.
Well, clearly blue is being passed our way, so I think
Kingfisher's also very good.
Yeah, I would probably actually go Pelargir Survivor here, or Meneldor. It's one of those two. I actually think Pelargir Survivor is actually probably the right pick, to be honest.
Okay.
In blue-black control, this is like one of the best cards. It has better... Meneldor is a bigger pick, but Pelargir is more crucial to black-blue.
All right, we'll go with that then. Ooh, all right, so we've got three uncommons here. Tale of Tenuvial is, I mean, I think you like it a little bit more than I do,
Yeah.
but it's good. Bill the Pony's really good.
Yeah.
I think I might take Bill the Pony here, just because he's a great blocker. He's great for blocking ring bearers. He can hit hard when he needs to, and food tokens don't necessarily hurt anybody. But what do you think?
I agree with Bill the Pony. It's better than Tail of Tenuvial. I like Tail, but Bill's better. Soothing of Smeagol is also a tempting one, but not over Bill.
Yeah.
This is a little bit of Signal the White too, so
Yeah,
I think
there's
we're
a
gonna be
lot of
black,
white.
white, or black, blue.
Black, white, black, blue. It seems pretty open here. All right. Well, now we've got a Pippin.
Yeah.
Somebody has passed us a Pippin. A lot of people have passed a Pippin, which is
No
a very
black
good
cards.
card.
So this is like when I actually consider switching off of black because we're not being passed any black really,
Yeah.
which
Kingfisher's good, but I mean, if I was going to do that, I'd probably take Pippin.
Yeah.
But
in
over
my
the
mind,
Kingfisher.
Pippin's a bomb.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll go.
I've
with Pippin and
splashed
see.
Pippin and loved it.
That's true. We could potentially splash Pippin in a black blue if we go there. But yeah, you're right. There's no black commons. All the uncommons are gone, so we don't have a lot of info based on that. So we'll go with Pippin. We'll see what we get. All right, we've got a Glorious Gale. I think that to me, or Took Reaper perhaps, seem like the obvious picks out of here. I'm not a huge fan of Born Upon the Wind. It's, it can be okay, but what do you think?
Yeah, the other call out would be Generous End, but I'm not picking it here.
Yeah.
Glorious Gale, I think, is the. Again, we are looking at blue, white, and black at this point, I think, kind of, is kind of where we're leaning towards, and Glorious Gale is the best one out of those here.
Yep. Okay. Up next, well, we've got a Black Breath. Here we do have a couple of reds. Dreadful of the Storm, I'm not a huge fan of, although I do like it with Pelargir Survivor because it effectively costs 2 and it makes the Pelargir Survivor big as a blocker. East Farthing Farmer could be good, particularly with Bill, but what do you think?
I think I like East Farming Farmer here. Dreadful would be my second pick. You know what? And I haven't really drafted a whole lot of white-blue, so if we're heading down that path, it's interesting. But yeah, East Farming Farmer.
Yeah, because we're not super flush on creatures here. This is not a great one for us. I'm thinking the Grey Havens Navigator, or maybe the Great Hall. The Great Hall might actually be the better pick here because we've got a number of colors, and if we do want to splash Pippin,
Yeah, I like the Great Hall here. I think it's a better card than Grey Havens. I mean, Grey Havens is serviceable. Escape from Orthank's interesting too, but I'd rather gamble on a splash here.
sounds good. All right, so now we've got wheeled around here. We've got the ring sight, but I'm not sure that I, like that there. Yorith is not particularly great, but what do you think?
Yeah, this one's tough. I think Yorith, because there's no good picks.
All right.
Yorith will be interesting if we can combine that with...
Second Great Hall?
yeah,
I think the second Great Hall, this is a good opportunity.
Combined with Pippin, the Yorith might be interesting.
I think
I would
Morgul Knife Wound.
yeah.
Yep. Now we're getting to the speed picks. This doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'll just take the uncommon because I don't think I have 4 of those yet. And then there's the Force. All right, so we have the Shire, which is... I like this card. It's a very good card, but it's nowhere near our colors. I like Gothmog. That's probably my pick out of black. Bill Fernie's not very good. The white doesn't really speak to me, so I'm thinking potentially Gothmog here. What do you think?
Yeah, Gothmog is the best card that we would choose.
Berserker's not bad.
Yeah. So I don't want to, feel free to keep this view if you want. I tend to switch into the other view.
Oh, yeah, this one?
Yeah, and just kind of maybe sorting around some colors to kind of see where we're at. Because we are hopping
do
around
some
a lot.
sideboard here. We're not going to play the Entrout Basin. This is kind of where we're looking right now.
Yeah.
And these are totally fine to splash, right? Because we have 2 Great Halls.
Yep.
But I'm thinking Gothmog here. All right, well, now we've got a Frodo Sauron's Bane, which is great in black-white.
Yep.
That got passed to us. Could take a second Build a Pony, but I'm thinking Frodo in this case.
Yeah, Frodo is up there in terms of win rate. I don't quite know exactly where he is, but...
Yeah, I don't see him on the list there, but...
That actually surprises me.
But, he's great, You may not get that the 4 ring temps, but still, he's a great turn 1 play with a 1/2, and you can make him better.
Saruman's Trickery is interesting too, but I don't think we take it over Frodo. Birthday Escape, yeah.
Yeah, there are some good. Yeah, Birthday Escape is good. Nasty End also kind of a call out from this pack, but let's go with Frodo. All right, so we've got an Easterling Vanguard, which is just a great 2-drop. We only have a couple of those. 2 Creepers also a decent 2-drop. Shire Sheriff also a good 2-drop. So we got a lot of 2-drops in this deck, but I'm thinking the Vanguard.
Yeah, it's tempting between Vanguard and Shire Sheriff.
I like the Vanguard with the ability to, give the Death Touch, to potentially have it as a sacrifice option later.
I think Vanguard too, but don't click it right away.
Sure.
So what's tempting is the amount of blue that came around just pack 1. Like, I almost want to lean blue because of that, but...
In which case, Lorien revealed.
Yeah, but I'm fine with your Vanguard.
Okay, let's go with that. All right. I like Haunt, particularly if you're able to get enough creatures out. Pelargir, also possible second there. Kirathungal Patrol, we don't really have any top end right now, and this is potentially an option for that. But what do you think here?
I think either Haunt or Saruman's Trickery. I'd probably go Trickery.
Okay, well, we can do that. Let's see where it takes us. All right, now we've got late past Smite the Deathless on pick 5, but we kind of abandoned red there. The only one we have is the Improvised Club. There's not a whole lot here. I mean, Captain of Umbar is not terrible. I don't really like Nimble Hobbit. What do you think?
I think I would go with either probably Shellup's Ambush here in case we do go into black. I'm still kind of feeling that black is being cut from us in going the other way, but there's nothing better to take. So
yeah. Well, here you go. No black, right? So we're kind of seeing that. I think the Kingfisher is probably the obvious pick here. Bill Ferny's not particularly great. All the rest is the black common was clearly taken here, so we're getting some information.
East Farming Farmer's tempting too. Kingfisher I like, but it doesn't actually play that well with the stats. Like, either one.
Okay, well, I'll take the flyer because
okay.
Having a flyer will be nice, and I don't know if I want to go too deep into white here.
Yeah,
I mean, though, Shire Sheriff, I think, is the obvious pick here. It's better than 2 Creeper, just in general. Although, with Frodo, you could make the case that 2 Creeper might be better. But, yeah, we'll go with Shire Sheriff on this one. There's been a lot of white pad. Yeah, I mean, just look at this. Hobbit Sting is the obvious pick, I think, here. This could be an interesting deck, right?
We have to kind of make our decision of what colors we are here.
I mean, the Zerker is not bad. But I think I'm going to go with the Hobbit Sting.
Yeah, I'm good with Hobbit Sting.
We have a fair amount of food with an East Farthing Farmer and a Build-A-Pony. Okay, now this is our wheel. I don't quite remember everything that was in here. I don't really like Soldier of the Grey Host.
No, I don't either.
Bill Ferny, I mean, he's good to get a single treasure token, but other than that,
ambush,
I think I'm going to take a second Shellup's Ambush here, honestly. All right, Shire Scarecrow with a 3-color deck could work, but it's not a very good card. So
another Trickery.
Yeah, This got wheeled, so this is a sign that blue is probably wide open.
Yeah. Shire Sheriff again.
Yeah, a second Shire Sheriff. I mean, if we do go with some food, Isolation. Yeah, I think that's the obvious answer here. Probably the Captain.
Yeah, just to have him.
Yeah, Nimble Hobbit's not particularly good. And then, we get wheeled and escape, or we get forced and escape from Orthanc. Ooh, okay. Yeah. Well, that seems like a pretty obvious one here. Although there is a Mordor Muster, which is also very good. A Nasty End. Eowyn is also very good. Faramir, also very good.
We'll get some wheel stuff, but Rangers is the clear bomb.
Yeah, so. Rangers, I think, is the clear bomb here.
So I think we're solidified into blue, and honestly, I'm feeling quite good on white at this point. It could still be black, but
Yeah, I mean,
We'll determine that later. It's
I
blue,
hope
though.
one of these wheels, because people have not been playing blue, so I think blue-white might be the way to go. I would like more removal in that, if that's what we're going to do. Ooh, Golem. Golem's pretty good. I'm not seeing I mean, I guess a Mortar Muster's pretty good, too.
Yeah, not over Gollum. Yeah, Soothing of Smeagol I do like, to be honest, but not. I like that in more of your aggro decks. So
Yeah.
I pick Gollum here.
Yeah, I'm worried about the lack of card advantage. I mean, there's a Captain of Umbar, I guess, but I'm not sure. That's kind of why I would lean towards Mortar Muster. But I think Golem, you're right, is the right pick here. All right, well, now we've got a Lost to Legend, which is very good.
And Errand Rider, Gondor, and Shire Sheriff.
Oh, yeah,
are there,
Errand
too.
Rider, Shire Sheriff. So, I mean, so 2-drop creatures. We've got 2 Sheriffs, a Pelargir, a Vanguard, which we may not play. We've got Pippin, we've got Golem. So, yeah, I'm not sure. This is going to be hard to fix if we decide to make it 3 colors, so...
I don't think we're gonna play 3 colors. We're just trying to figure out what our colors are and make playables. Shire Sheriff is a good one. Errand Rider's probably better, to be honest.
Yeah.
We need
We have a lot of 3-drops.
yeah, do the two.
Yeah.
Do Shire. We don't have any legends really. So
True, yeah.
there's a Nazgul, so that's interesting.
Yeah, that's made it all the way around a couple of times.
The battle destroys all creatures, so we can have some kind of like
Well, do we have anything power? We don't really have anything power 3 or greater
Yeah.
except the Rangers.
yeah.
So that could be interesting, but it's double white, and we've already got like double black and double blue. So
Yeah.
I'm really tempted. I think the Nazgul is the clear winner here.
Yep. I think so too.
All right, another Shire Sheriff. Protector of Gondor is very good. I like Protector of Gondor a lot.
Yep.
I think that's what I'm leaning towards here. Although, I mean, if we're gonna go into 3 colors in any way, Inherited Envelope might not be bad.
I still would do Protector here.
Okay, that sounds good. Oh, well, that seems like an obvious pick there.
Yep.
Dunlin Crabane.
So part of this is then like sorting the white and the blue. We're a little late here, but like figuring out how we can, if we're making playables or not.
Yeah.
So
I think I'm going to move the blue over right now, because I think blue is our weakest color.
yeah.
I mean, aside from Pippin, right? I'll leave Pippin because we can splash him. All right, well, we got a Faramir, and we might wheel one yet, because this is only pick 7. I think Faramir is an obvious keep in this deck. I'd love another farmer, but I'm loath to kind of cut the Rangers too. But we can just Glory Scale should go here, and the Pelargir should go here. All right, well, another build opponent, an Imrahil. Ugh, that's a tough choice.
I think I would do the build a pony because we don't have a whole lot of card draw within second, or even a lot of ring tempt.
Yeah.
We have a lot of Shire Sheriff, which could sack the food.
That's true. That's true. Build the pony here would turn Shire Sheriffs into good removal, right?
Yeah.
Oh well, we wheeled both Eowyn and
Yeah.
Faramir. Second
Faramir, yeah, I think is probably better. You might want to check the stats on this one, but I don't know if we have time. 7 seconds.
Yeah.
Faramir makes the tokens. I think we really like the tokens.
Yep. And we don't really have a lot of ring tempts, but a second Faramir is not going to be bad.
I would just take the Pelargir. I would take the
Pelargir?
I don't think we have enough humans to make. I mean, there is a decent amount, but to make the other thing better.
Yeah.
Just in case we want to switch.
Cavalier?
Yes, Cavalier is good.
All right, we'll take the Cavalier. Well, we're kind of lacking removal, so I might take that Fog. I'm not a fan of Fog as a card, but... And then I think the Soldier, just because it fits in our colors, potentially. And then, yeah, this is going to be a sideboard. All right, now we need to make some playables.
Yeah, so that was strange in that we really could... There were 3 different colors that we drafted the whole time. I'm not used to that. I'm used to picking one or the other.
But it's what seemed open, right?
Yeah.
So now we need to kind of make a determination that we are obviously not playing this. Let's see if we take all the white out, except for Pippin.
all the blue.
Oh, sorry, all the blue. Yes, all the blue out except for Pippin. Here, let's take them all out and see what we get in terms of number of cards, and then we can kind of take it from there. All right. Well, we'd probably not play an island, I think. Well, we'd probably play one because then we have 3 sources for 1 Pippin. All right, so that gets us to 43.
Yep.
We have nothing costing more than 4. We have no finishers.
I mean, you don't really need that if you have good enough small drops.
Yes.
So Soldier would definitely be cut in this case. The 4-drop.
Soldier, yep.
And otherwise, the deck is looking pretty good.
I'd probably cut to 16 lands here, just because there's nothing over 4.
I would not.
No?
No. There's enough 4-drops and 3-drops that I would not want to do that. Just trying to think of
I think we play all of these 1-drops. I mean, I think we're given that we have no large creatures, having ability to combat, trick, and pump will be important. We have good removal, right? Because we can Shelob's Ambush for food tokens.
Mm-hmm.
You sacrifice it to the Shire Sheriff. We can also potentially sacrifice a 1/1 with Faramir.
Yeah, I don't think I would play Fog on the Barrow Down because with the black version, we have enough with Claim.
We do. We have Claim.
With Shelob's, with Hobbit Sting.
Yep.
Morgul Knife Wound could even potentially be cut. Yeah, I probably would.
And that gets us to 40. I mean, let's see. So creatures, right? We've got a 1-drop. We've got 1, 4, 5, 6, 7 2-drops. So we've got 8 1 or 2 drops. We've got 2 Claim the Precious and a Hobbit Sting as primary removal. Shire Sheriff potential also removal. Bill the Pony's a good blocker. Faramir, pretty good. We may not have a lot of... We don't really have a lot of ring temps. We do have
Claim the Precious and the Golem.
We have Nazgul and Gollum. Gollum's great, though, because we can return him, right? So he's a recurring ring tempt, which is good. Frodo also, by the way, does have a ring tempt. He has a ring tempt on a stick, right? Once we convert him into a rogue, whenever he deals combat damage, if... otherwise. So the problem is that he's a 2/3, right? And so he's a little easier to block as a ring bearer. But yeah, I think this could be a decent deck. I like Gothmog still, giving tokens Death Touch, even though we don't really have a ton of tokens. We do have Vanguard, which will give us 1. We have the Crebain, which will give us 1. We can potentially generate some with Faramir. If we get a couple of those ring temps, right? But what do you think about this? How's this looking to you?
I think it looks fine. The lack of having 7 of each color is decent. I usually like to get 8.
The stats. There's actually a lot more white than there is black here.
Yeah, but I don't know that I'd want to cut any black. I mean, we have doubles on the Claim the Precious.
Yes, true. And we don't actually have any double white anywhere.
Yeah. I mean, in my mind, so I wish we would have picked up some Land Cycler somewhere along the way.
There weren't really a lot going around.
Yeah, we didn't see them.
There was maybe one. I think I saw 1 Eagles. Yeah. I didn't see a Troll at all.
It's making me wonder if Pippin's worth the splash. I love Pippin though.
Yeah, he's a very good card.
Yeah, I think he is worth the splash. I just we'll have to mulligan to make sure we get the right colors of our lands.
Yeah. If Pippin's in opening hand, right? Like that might be a problem. Trying to see if I'm looking through here if there's anything else. I don't think there's anything else we splash for here. They're just
Yeah, I think this would be the deck in black white. Just looking at our cards, if we were to play blue, what would we do there? We would have Glorious Gale, Pelargir Survivor. That's really all that's worth it besides the Rangers.
We also have 2 Saruman's Trickery.
Saruman's Trickery too. All right, let's make that deck. There are both versions we could potentially do, a black-blue or white-blue.
I think the white-blue would actually be the stronger here because
Yeah.
we'd have 2 trickeries to replace the 2 claim the precious, which trickeries
they're
also
not going to work well together, like double blue, double black sort of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. So I would probably replace black with white or
Yeah.
blue because we also still then get to keep Pippin in that.
Yeah.
So do you want to like maybe build that
Yeah,
one
let's
and
build it
theory
real quick
craft
and
it?
see.
All right. So we're gonna get rid of the black. And all right. So then we are going to bring in the Rangers.
Isolation too. I like
Yes,
that
yeah. No, I'll grab that too. Glorious Gale, the Survivors, Isolation, and then probably the Captain.
I would
think.
take Yorth over the captain just because of the Pippin.
Oh,
Untapping
sure,
that
yeah.
and giving double
Yeah,
protection.
giving double protection, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not saying I love it either. But I guess we're at 39 cards, so that's probably what I'd pick next. And I don't like that card that much. Don't get me wrong.
I wouldn't actually play the Great Halls here. I would just play lands.
Yeah. Yep.
So that's the blue-white version of the deck. So we're looking at, creature-wise, we're looking 17 creatures, so that's good. I mean, there's a lot of creatures, still a lot
Frodo
of...
might not. I forget what he does with. He can become.
You can
a 2/3
play, yeah, you can make him a
and lifelink.
2/3 with lifelink with just white.
Yeah.
I think he's still worth playing, although you could make a case for, maybe cutting him for something else. I would say our mana curve is pretty low, so average 2.7. So I could see us maybe cutting Frodo for even Soldier of the Grey Host just as a combat trick that can...
I don't really like this deck more, and the reason is Pelgear Survivor is a spells card.
Yes, and we have all of 6 non-creatures in
Yeah.
this deck, so...
Yeah, and overall, like beside the Rangers made me really want to play blue, but the best blue cards did not come our way after that, so
Yeah.
I don't think it's worth it. I like the
black version of
Yeah.
this deck with the splash.
and then if we played blue black, then too much wouldn't work together in that case.
Yes, I think that would be a really odd pairing.
Yeah.
It's not, yeah. It's,
Well, Pelgear Survivor does help, like, do the black cards, like, with the spells, like, Claim the Precious, for instance. But it's not better than playing Frodo, and getting that, and getting all of the rest of our great white cards.
I
Yeah.
believe that's... Well, no, wait, now we're at 41.
Pelgear Survivor.
I forgot to get rid of Pelgear.
Yep, I think this is the best version of our deck.
Okay.
Real quickly, let's look at what we didn't put in, just to see if there's anything. So, like, Morgul Knife for Wound, is that better than anything we have here? I don't...
We're still at 17 creatures, so we could potentially lose a creature, but I'm not sure. I mean, I think if I took out anything, it would be a Shire.
I wouldn't do the
Sheriff,
Shire with
but-
everything that we've got for the foods.
Yes, that's true.
I don't think so. East Farthing Farmer, I'm not like the biggest fan of, but I like it.
I'd
better
actually
than Morgul
probably
Knife
take
for-
out the Cavalier then, in that case for
but
the knife one.
I like the creatures more. I agree. I think this is the way to go. Yeah, my only concern is the 7 of each, which is viable, but I like getting 8 of my main colors where possible.
Sure.
But
The other thing that kind of sucks is you can't Great Hall turn 1 for Frodo because
Right,
you have to
yeah.
you have to pay
Yeah.
into it, right? You can do turn 2 for Pippin, which is great, or Gollum, but yeah. Okay, well,
I think this is good.
Let's see how the games go. All right, so we have our first hand, and this is not a particularly great hand. I'm leaning towards mulliganing this.
Yeah, we can't play anything.
We can't play. We have no playables unless we draw. And so, as much as I like having Faramir and Build the Pony, there's a 2, a 3, and a 4
Yeah, the
drop.
curve looks good, but
If
if only we had
if this was a Plains instead of our Soul Island in the deck, we would be good to go. But let's see what we get now. This is not great, but I will take this, and we'll probably put a Plains on the bottom. Is that what you think that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. That sounds about right. We still have a turn 2 in Gollum, and we drew our 3rd color, so that's not terrible. And that we now have enough to play Build a Pony, so. And he also Gollum, so this should be interesting. And he's in black green, so we're probably expecting possibly a Shallow, possibly an Old Man Willow. I think I trade here.
I would, yeah.
Yeah. Does he have a 3-drop? He does indeed. Well, he has a 1-drop. And a 2-drop. Okay. Well, that's not particularly great, but we do have a play this turn in Eastmark Cavalier. And we're not going to return Golem there. And that's only as a sorcery, so we're not going to block and return. I think I'm taking 3 here.
Well, he can. So the tricks that he might be able to play, he might be able to play Shellup's Ambush.
Yeah, he's got some possible tricks.
Yeah. Just thinking the food one as well. So
yeah, I mean, I think it's just worth taking the damage there. That's fine. He Rise of the Witch King, so I should have blocked. But all right. He's going to get to return Golem. That's fine. It's not ideal, but all right. So I think I build a pony here.
yeah, I like Build a Pony too, just because it's more mana.
And next turn I can Nazgul and Hobbit Sting.
Exactly.
And so we'll at least be able to block Golem. Although we'll see, he will probably attack before play. Okay, well, or not. So now I know he doesn't have any tricks. The question is whether or not he will attack. He will not, so that is great for us.
Okay, we can remove his guy.
Yes, we can remove the Kirith Ungol Patrol, and I think that's exactly what we're going to do. We will Shire Sheriff. Sacrifice the food. And remove the Kirith Ungol Patrol. We will also drop the Nazgul, Ring Tempt, and make Bill our Ring Bearer. And then we will actually probably swing with Bill for the... Although, no, because then, yeah...
The problem is we don't have great blocks then either, so like getting
so
the
I think
one
we're
in
gonna,
doesn't really matter as
well.
well.
I was more for the loot.
Yeah.
I was
No,
thinking
I
about,
know what you're saying,
but at the same
it's a
time,
4
I don't...
damage. Yeah.
All right, Mirkwood Bats. That is going to be a good candidate for our potential removal. All right. All right. Now I think we attack with Bill. So we'll go to combat. We're going to attack with Bill. We're going to loot. We're going to see what we get. Ooh, Gothmog. I think I dropped the Escape from Orthanc here.
Yeah, I think so too. Just looking. Yeah, I would do that.
All right.
Well, then again, you could have Gothmog and do the escape. Anyway,
well,
with the mana.
Yeah, sure, but I think I want to keep my good removal. Now we will Gothmog. Now we have a Death Touch. And now we can Hobbit Sting for basically anything he can play.
Yeah. I guess that one is a Death Touch. Never mind.
Yeah, this is Death Touch. Well, I've got 2 Death Touch, right? With Nazgul,
Yeah.
So.
I was saying Golem wouldn't have been bad either, but I like keeping the Death Toucher around.
Oh, sure. Yes, yeah. We will take 2. Sure, okay. He does not have any orcs, so that's just a wall. We have a second Bill, which we could sacrifice Bill and bring Bill. All right, I think I'm tempted to swing with board here minus the Shire Sheriff. And then probably discard Bill on the loot.
Yeah.
If he blocks Bill with the Trebuchet, I will kill the Trebuchet by pumping Bill. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I think that looks like the best plan. I don't know that I want to lose... What are you attacking with? Yeah.
I was probably planning Nazgul, the Orc Army, and Bill.
Well, I wouldn't do the Orc Army, actually.
Okay, but Nazgul and Bill?
Yeah.
Alright, that sounds about right. So let's see what we loot. We will discard the Great Hall because we have all of our land colors and we don't have anything that costs more than 5. And we will let him assign blocks. Alright, he wants to trade Golem for the Nazgul and block that. We will activate Bill's ability. And we will sacrifice a food and give Bill the pony the ability to kill the blocker there. We will go to damage. He can have his ring tempt.
Honestly,
and
I
then
would
we will
kill
Hobbit
it.
sting it.
Yeah. So here's the thing that I like getting Gollum on board because the ring
well.
temp. Yeah, he was. He doesn't like us discussing everything. He kept on saying like "your go," blah blah blah. But he also was like pretty dead here.
Yeah.
With all the cards that we had out, so I tend to mute people that do that.
Yeah. Well, you know, the timers exist for a reason. I think we got to a timer one time there,
Yeah.
so I'm not worried about. He may not have liked the discussions, but all right. So on to game 2. All right, so yeah, we are gonna sadly mulligan this because we have no playables until turn 3 on the play here. So, all right, this is better.
Yeah.
I guess I will keep it. I may put Pippin on the bottom. I'm not sure though.
No, I
swamp?
would do a swamp.
Yep. All right, we will do a swamp on the bottom there. And we will lead with the swamp. I guess I should have led with the plains in case I drew an island.
Even the last hand was tempting, like to keep actually with the Nazgul play.
Yeah.
But you would have had to have gotten a swamp
Or a plains, yeah. Yeah, I mean, there were just too much not there. This turns out to be pretty good, actually, though. He's playing blue-black control, or, well, I assume blue-black control. But we will hit him. He might have been saving for the counter there, but we will gladly play around that. Sure, Crabane is fine. We'll let him do that. All right, well, now we've got removal, so that's great. We will play Bill. Well, I think I attack first, then Bill the pony.
Yes.
We'll gladly trade either of those. That's fine.
You might want to save your goblins, so I was thinking with the shelves, but I guess Bill the Pony's better play this turn anyway, yeah.
Yeah, I do think Bill the Pony is a good play here. I don't care if he swings at me for 1. I'll take the 2 food. If he plays something next turn, it's getting removed with Shire Sheriff. He won't have a blocker. Oh, he's got some red. That'll be interesting. We will gladly take 1 here. Yeah, that's getting removed. Oh, and the Nazgul draw. I do wish I had a 5th land here. But that's okay. Sacrifice there. We will gladly remove Meneldor. And we will attack for 1. No need to sacrifice the food here, I think. And the turn. Not like keeping Pippin in hand. Although Pippin will be interesting with Shire Sheriff in case he wants to try and remove it to get his Meneldor back.
I still think you get 3 draws for that. You had enough land for what you needed.
Oh, well, we were expecting that probably. That's okay, though. He just paid for all of that, so that's fine. Cool. That's fine. And a Faramir.
Yep.
I think Nazgul's the right play here, though. Because then I can potentially Shelob's ambush if he blocks Bill with Meneldor. Although...
well, yeah, so... Okay, I see. You're going Nazgul, Bill, loot.
Attack.
Yeah.
Well, I won't... Yeah, I'll loot, you're right. But he won't actually be able to block Bill with Meneldor then. If I make Bill the ring bearer. So I think I might make Nazgul the ring bearer here.
I don't think he'd block anyway because you can just kill him in Eldor, but
That's true. So Bill the ring bearer. And so we go to combat, and we will attack with Bill. This is tough, actually.
The planes
yeah, I mean that's fine. He's not going to be able to block. We are kind of in a little bit of a race now, though. We're not going to be returning that. Okay, that's an interesting play there. This guy's probably a land to the bottom. Alright, looks like we're taking 4 here. It's not a particularly favorable race here. Yeah, sure, that's fine. Now we can at least probably kill the Crabane. Well, I guess, I mean, he can't actually block with that, so this is going to be a tricky combo.
Yep.
We need to deal with that now. Okay, Meneldor's the ring bearer. Alright, well...
Well, I would loot it.
Yeah, I think I'm going to loot away that. The question, though, is what, if anything, do I do here? So he's just going to be flashing this, and this orc is going to get bigger and bigger.
Yep.
And that's not going to be great. We will still go to combat with Bill.
That's what we needed.
That's what we needed. So we will gladly discard a swamp there. Go to blockers. No block. Now. Yep. This will make the Nazgul bigger. I do kind of wish we had Faramir out for that, though. Oh, well, okay. He's going to nasty end it. That's fine. We still get the ring tempt. Or maybe not. No, we don't. Yeah, you're right, because it fizzles. All right, okay. All right, well, that sucks, actually, then, because Nazgul's not going to get more powerful. That's fine, though. I'm happy to have that off the board, at least. We still have mana for a Shelob's Ambush if we need. So that's fine. He's getting a lot of card advantage here. Probably scrying away lands. I'm almost at the point that I want to loot Pippin away, but
Yeah, looting Pippin is an option.
It is, but at the same time, I'm also, we'll draw that eventually. Oh, well, he's probably gonna take Faramir here. I think it'd be rather silly of him to not take Faramir here. Yep. All right. That's fine. That's fine. All right, yep. Hit pinging with the Crabane. That's fine. He now knows we have the combat trick, though, so that's going to be somewhat useless. We're going to go to combat. We're going to attack with Bill. He's potentially going to block with... Oh, well, that's nice. That's a great removal to have. We will discard the swamp. We will let him potentially block with the Pelargir. He is not going to do that. That's fine. We will now play the Shire Sheriff. What are you thinking I'm taking here?
Token, because even if your Shire dies, then he never gets it back.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. And it's also the biggest threat on the board. And yep, we will end the turn there. I wouldn't necessarily mind sacrificing the sheriff to get Gollum back on the board either. But I don't think that's a high priority. Oh, he's going for... Alright, Lorien revealed. He's getting lots of card advantage on us, but we're maintaining board parity.
We really don't want him to get a ring tempt in.
That's true. Yeah. I mean, he's getting plenty of cards as it is, but a ring tempt would just make that even better.
I just wonder how flooded he is. We have playables here. He might have...
Yeah, that's lands. True. He might. Although he has been scrying a lot with Elrond, so I feel like he's been putting a lot on the bottom. I have a feeling he's probably scrying lands. All right, Bath Song. Okay, more card advantage. This is not great, but he may deck himself.
Not with the
He definitely started with more than 40 cards because he's definitely drawn more than 7 more than us. But
I don't know that that's true. He's drawn a lot, but...
All right, this is great. I think we attack, and I think we attack with both I think we attack with all three.
Everything.
I think we attack with everything. We force him to potentially trade with Elrond. I'm not worried about getting hit with this. He knows we have the Shelob's Ambush.
Right.
We could just kill Elrond pre-combat.
And we'll deal 5 then.
5, yeah.
And, well, Nazgul, if we play the Claim the Precious early, we have 6.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's worth keeping our creatures out and going aggro, so get rid of his blocker, yeah.
Continue with Bill the Pony being our ring bearer. Yep, and now we've got that, and now we will swing board. Drop the swamp. Well, yeah, drop the swamp. I was only thinking because of Gollum, to potentially bring back Gollum. Because what we could do is we could sacrifice the sheriff here. I mean, I don't think I want to, but...
Not unless he could play it again. I see, yeah.
We actually have the sheriff with the Shelob's Ambush as a potential blocker if needed.
Right now, Pippin's looking great to make an unblockable creature down the line.
Yes.
To finish him off.
Yep, with the Nazgul. Yeah, I would not want to loot away Pippin. I'd probably loot away the Shelob's Ambush if it came to it. Although Bill the Pony is... Well, I guess I guess it's not unblockable in this case because he's got 2 1-power creatures, but he has not chosen to block it. Here, I think he can't attack.
Well, also, being at level 3, he has to sack whatever he does block.
Yes, yeah, and that's going to be hard for him. That's fine. Don't care about that particularly. That's not going to do him whole much of anything.
Food does look pretty good for us. Like we have the Shelob is good to make the food for the bill.
Yes, true. To swing for the win, potentially. Yeah. I think he can't attack here. I guess I don't, unless he has another creature. I think he's going to need to save some blockers.
With all the cards he has, though, he has to have something.
He probably has a trick of some sort. Yeah, he's got 5 in hand, so... All right, well, that,
That's actually good for us.
That's great for us. He's got 1 mana left. He's not going to do much with that.
2, but yeah.
2. Oh, yeah, 2. Sorry. Missed the swamp. But he's not going to do much with that 2 mana. If we draw a removal, we could potentially... Okay, that's fine. He's not going to play that. I don't like that potentially coming back, but he now gets a ring tempt, so he will put it on the Crabane, but does he swing? I hope he does. Okay, that's great for us. If we draw removal, I think we can win. We have not used...
If you click on the bottom left, you can actually see our deck list, too. There's a little...
Sure.
But yeah.
Alright, we're going to take 1, obviously. If we draw removal here, I think that's game. That's not removal.
Well, We can... Let's see.
I mean, I think I attack. If whatever he potentially blocks, I can Shelob's ambush. I'll get the
Yeah.
food, sack the food to Bill, to strengthen Bill. No matter what, he's probably losing both creatures here. He might get an Orc.
Yeah.
He will get Meneldor, but...
Yep, it's going aggro, yeah. And then after that, we could maybe do the Easterling. It depends if we draw here and all that, but... Yeah.
I mean, I'm very tempted to drop Pippin here. No, does he have a response? Ooh, okay. Yeah, I think I'm dropping the Easterling.
Because you can play...
I can play both the
Goblin
Crabane and the Shelob's Ambush, so I think I dropped the Easterling, but I actually, Pippin is not...
Pippin is probably the one to
drop.
discard, yeah.
Alright, so let's see what he does with blockers. He's got to block Bill here. He's got to know. Yeah, okay.
You don't have to Shelob's anything, though.
No, I think I save it for next round, but he's considering not blocking Bill. Well, now I think I Shelob's ambush the Shire Sheriff, sack to Bill and do 4 to him.
Yeah.
If he blocks like that, but now he's considering. I'm just wondering whether he remembers that Shelob's gives a food.
That's what he's thinking. Like, yes, he should do exactly what you said. If he does block like that, he has to put the Peligir on the bill.
Oh, that would be the smart play. Yeah. All right. In that case, well, I do want to take. Well, the Peligir will die, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I think we just leave this and let him lose his board. He's got a mana. Well, we will let that go through and see what he plays.
He might have just did it because he could.
Yeah, that's fair. We'll let him go have an Orc. That dies. And now we will play the Crabane to swing in the air as needed. And we have a swamp open for a block as needed. He's going to play Meneldor here. The thing about Meneldor is that Meneldor cannot block Bill.
Yeah, this is... Yeah, I guess he can block with his 1/1. So he wants to Meneldor Dunwyn Crabane next turn, right? He can block with his 1/1 Orc army. But we have so many other creatures that, I don't think that matters.
Well, here's the thing. He's going to have a crap load of mana here with that because he gets 2, and then he's got 9 lands out, plus probably 1 in hand. So he's got 11 mana available and 7 cards in hand. 8 cards in hand. So it's still potentially his game to lose here, depending on what he can play. All right, well, that's fine. We don't care about that.
That makes it so it can't block Build a Pony anymore.
Yep. He may have a way to draw this.
Probably does.
But even then, he takes out Bill. I'm not sure.
Is that Arwen's? What does he have up there? Oh, that's Meneldor.
That's Meneldor, yeah. Which he's definitely going to play. So that's 4 of his remaining mana. We're going to see if he attacks that.
He needs something.
He needs the loot. Well, no, he wants the lash, right? He wants the lash. He's going to probably sack the Crabane to kill Bill. I think I block.
So the thing is, setting up lethal next turn. If we don't win next turn, we're probably not winning. So...
Well, he's going to play Meneldor, so Crabane's useless on the attack.
Yeah. Unless we get a ring tempt, and then it can get through, but
in the air. Yeah.
Still, we can't... we're not going to be able to pump a whole lot. Yeah, I block, I guess. Yeah, it's probably the right play.
This way we force him to pay 5 to lash, right? Which I think is the right move here. Forcing him to spend a lot of his mana to do Lash of the Balrog will help us, right? He's going to play Meneldor. He actually does not have enough mana to play Lash of the Balrog unless he sacrifices the army. Now he does. But even then, he has 2 blockers, so something's getting through. And we have Shallow's Ambush. To pump whatever he might block. So this is, I think he's in a bad position here. Well, he's not going to attack, and I think that's the right move. Let's see. We draw into Shire Sheriff. We don't have any tokens, though. That's... Oh, well, we do with Shallow's Ambush.
This... hold on. Easterling could create one. We'd have to sack. Yeah, we won't have enough mana. Unless...
I think we Shallow's Ambush pre-combat, pump the Shire Sheriff. Then we Shire Sheriff. Yeah, this is the right play.
We can't build a pony then, but what kind of with the mana, with the food, but what he has to be able to remove that somehow.
Yeah, I think this is the right move. Now we Shire Sheriff. He might have a counter here. But if he does, then we can still pump Bill. And kill him, basically. Alright. Oh, we could sacrifice the army, actually, here, and then still pump Bill. What do you think of that move?
The army wouldn't get through for any damage, though.
But I can still attack with 3 creatures here. I can sack the army, he'll have 1 blocker, and then I can pump Bill, which he can't block, which I think is the right move here.
Yeah, because he'll be able to kill something anyways.
We will kill Meneldor. Now we go to combat. He can't... unless he's got something, he might have like a Greyhaven's Navigator or something.
Yeah.
Alright, well, we'll get rid of the... keep the...
Yeah.
Go to blockers. I'm curious why he didn't lash there. He had the mana, so I have to assume he's holding something.
What trick could there be?
It's not Horses of the Bruinen, because that's a sorcery.
Isolation Orthanc? Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he'd have to Isolation at Orthanc and then still lose. I mean, these are both Death Touch, so if he blocks there...
Smoothing? Oh, he gets his guy back.
Oh, he can get his Meneldor back. That's fine.
Still can't.
Meneldor's still dead.
Yeah, both
Bill the
his
Pony
creatures
still
are still
gets
dead.
through. So that's fine. Yeah, he concedes. Yeah. All right. Well,
Yeah, close one.
that was a close one for sure. We'll take the rank up. So, quick update here. As you can see here, we played out the rest of that game, or those games with the black, white, splash blue deck, and we went 7-0. So, just goes to show, right, like, even the decks that may not seem perfect or may not even have, like, the higher end, game-ending bombs, right, can win out, right, and actually win all the way through. So,
I think the key highlights there is Shire Sheriff with food is really good. Like Bill the Pony and Shallop's Ambush, things like that with Shire Sheriff is really good. I mean, Shire Sheriff without the food is just a mediocre card. 2/2, it's fine. Vigilance. But when it can sacrifice, especially a food, even 1/1 tokens, that really played well, especially given we didn't have any card draw in our deck. So the card advantage that we got was really off of the 3
things
Shire
like
Sheriff.
Yeah.
And also, it destroyed all the bombs that our opponents had. So the Witch King of Angmar, it destroyed that because it is not destroying it, actually.
Yeah,
it's
it's
exiling
exiling.
it. So they couldn't defend against it. And we also, in a different game, were playing against the 3/3 Flying Spirit that when you target it with a spell...
the King of the Undead, or whatever it's called.
Yeah,
I forget the name of it, but...
It phases out, so you
Yes.
can't ever actually target it, but Shire Sheriff is not
a spell. Well,
yes.
It's not a spell once it comes into play, and
Exactly.
it's an ability triggering, and so you can actually remove it and exile it. So yeah, we actually... Shire Sheriff did a lot of work. I'll be honest, we probably would not have gone 7-0 without some clutch Shire Sheriff pickups, but
it also just had a lot of other removal though too
Yes.
as well. Like we had the Claim the Precious. Obviously, we had 2 copies of those. I think we had 2 copies of Hobbit Sting. That worked well again with the food stuff.
Yes.
So. Yeah, I think the deck played really well. Overall, it played mostly like an aggro deck, which I think was a little bit of a change from what you had been playing recently of not playing enough 2-drops.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly how many 2-drops we did have in here.
I think we had 6 or 7. Well, between 1 and 2, I think we had like 8 total, which is I'm definitely going to be thinking about playing more 2-drops in my decks going forward, and my opinion of Shire Sheriff has gone up a lot based on this deck, so...
Yeah.
So that's a quick update. As we kind of said, next episode, we're going to reverse the roles a little bit, and Jeremy's going to draft. We won't be in person here for that one, but we'll do it remotely, and, I'll sort of sit in the cheap seats and throw some spitwads while he picks and plays, and we'll take it from there. So thanks again for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, and we will see you guys in the next one.
See you in the next one.
Bye.